Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, okay, peeps. Give me just a second to get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to do a personal overview of what I think the market is going to do today. We're going to keep this good and simple. We're going to look over the SPX, the ES, the FANG stocks, and SPY. Alrighty, I need to move one of my, there we go. Okay, so everybody's first favorite, yes. Let me pull the chat room over real quick. 1 second. There we go. Yep, if you want to type anything, type right there. I will not have the YouTube chat up, so that's that. All right, let's begin. Yes. So yesterday, we previously talked about the light blue lines. They are the gravity points for the market. Now, what these are historic support and resistance for the futures overall. As we can see here, it bounced. This is a, oops, my apologies. I want to bring this to a day chart. You can see here we've been having the long run in the bull market here, and then bam, our short dive down, or our long dive down, bounce off of here, up, down, and now we're pinging between these gravity points. Yesterday with the Fed speech, we got a nice little rally there in the middle of the day, and it was good for the market overall. But during the evening hours, we did see the futures market here trail back down to this gravity point, and currently we are just a hair off of it. We are currently trading at 27.3225. Our gravity point is sitting at 27.30. All right. Now, what I would be looking at for today, we did not get a full close above this, so judging by previous chart history, I think we might actually see a rise today. I think we may see a rise up to here, just by what I've seen in some of the other charts. Now, I could be wrong. As with always, nothing is certain. But judging here, in here, I think we should at least be able to get half a candle close up. But we will have to see as the market goes on. So that is my general thesis for today, is that we will at least get a candle, a half candle, if not a full candle, above this line. Now, when the bell opens, if we have a lot of profit taking and a lot of just a lot of uncertainty in the market, then obviously we're going to tick down. But judging by what's been going on in the media, I would be looking for that. So that's Zeta. Hold on, let me type in the chat. That is the link to my personal channel. I am doing a live overview now. Should be able. Alrighty, moving on to SPX. SPX, pretty much the same idea. We had our long run here, down, 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 and then pinging. Let me change these candles real quick. I believe I have these, yeah. So Ashi candles here, I can go over those later on when I do some other videos, but they just allow you to smooth out the roughness in the market. So you can kind of see how all these gaps and everything were smoothed out with Ashi candles. So there's a lot more into them, and trust me, I can make an hour-long video just on those candles alone and how to use them. So, all right, but let's continue here. And I'll hop back over to ES so you can see it without the modified candles. So we had our right angle breakout there, up, looking for it to break this level, 28.16. So We'd be looking for a 28.16 if we wanted it to run back above this 28.75 level, which has been key resistance. This is kind of like the major point to watch out for here. If it was to really hammer through 28.75, we could see a oh yeah, I will definitely let y'all know when I do the Ashi candle video. Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me about it. I've got to find the time to do it and do it to where it is very informative and not very wordy. So, all right. Then we had our angled resistance here, as we always say, patterns within patterns. So we have right here, changing the color. This is our angled resistance line. If you're curious where this line is coming from, let me bring up the 3-week. So this is the big channel we've been having, and you can see it coincides down here with these lower ticks, and we finally broke those. So if you wanted to redraw a new support angle, it would look something like this, and you would be getting this. I'm 50-50 on calling it a symmetrical triangle to a bull flag setup, but the thing is that the pattern itself doesn't quite fit it, so that's why I'm hesitant on really giving it a heavy name. So that's just my 2 cents. I don't want anyone to say, well, that doesn't look like what we see in the Bullish Bears printouts, but the fact is that those are the patterns that we find and what they should look like, not what they will look like. So, because I like I've said before, I've seen cup and handle patterns that were 3 candles long on the handle. So, but in a lot of the photos you'll see, you know, they're a good like 15-minute span. So it just depends on what the market's doing. All right, but back to it. You can see here, overall, we've had a lower high, and then this could end up being another lower high and break down. So just keep an eye on this support level here. All right. It doesn't send you to the video? Let me know, and I will be saving this vid, and you can review it later if you would like. Sorry about the issue. See what. Sorry, just responding to ZD. He's having issue trying to get onto the live. All right, so we've done ES, SPX. Let's take a look at the SPY and then TVIX. SPY. Yeah, I have a lot of lines on this one, so I'm going to try and clean it up a little bit for you so it's easy to understand. Keep in mind this is on a week, not a day chart. So that was our uptrend. Down, this is our resistance here. So bring it to a day chart, and we can see things a little bit clearly now. So yesterday we had that nice rally point here, but it was right here. It stayed right at this angled resistance level, which is why you heard me saying that I personally feel that this is almost a bull trap, to be honest. Now I could be wrong. I'm not gonna, say that I'm 100%, but I'm solid 70% bear on this. I really am. And I feel that this has been a lot of media hype and a lot of just retail sector pushing things up. But everything I've seen from the big money, seen in all of my indicators, it's saying that we're gonna come, right here. We may even get just a little fooling candle halfway above, and then it's going to tick back down. I hope I'm wrong, because that means the market, will recover back, will recover well overall. But currently, I'm just not seeing it. So, but that is my 2 cents. Levels you want to watch out for are a full close above this 50% Fibonacci level with a run to 278.32. Currently, SPY trading. Let's see. Let's bring it up on the 1. SPY is even on the pre-market here, it went right to my resistance level here, and down to the 50% fib, and now it's almost bouncing between this support level here and then this angled resistance here, and using the 50% fib as its median line, almost like if you were drawing an Andrews pitchfork. This is your pivot line here. So keep a good eye on that. We could very well possibly see this drop back down to 268.59, but the open will tell. All right, let's take a look at the TVIX. So right there we had the speech, dropped right down. There you go. It dropped below this support level there. Let's bring it up on a bigger chart. What are we looking at overall? Just chatting in regards to Creed's video right now. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Viking. Yeah, I saw the bubbles going off on the chat room and it threw me off for a second. All right, so yeah, the 50% resistance is hard to break. That's why I always say if something breaks the 50% resistance, it's a good indicator that it will go up to the next resistance level, and then you want to look for the break for that. But again, nothing is 100%. Okay, so 2474 right here. This is our new angled support right in here, and it's you always want to redraw your support and resistance levels just to make them more accurate overall. So this is what we're looking at, pretty deep into this wedge here, and this breakdown we're seeing along with the volume here, VIX could honestly drop, which would send the SPY up, which could have us breaking that 50% level. So you never know, but if TVIX here was to bounce off of this support level and head up and break the resistance level here of 55, that's a lot of ground to cover, but if it was to do it, then we could see the market fall even more. So that is something to keep a good eye on. Keep a side chart of SPY and TVIX. All right, I'm going to review the FANG stocks real quick and then call it a morning for my review. Make sure to stay on for the full True Blue Bullish Bears live stream during the market. So yesterday I had a call that this broke the angled channel here on Facebook, and it had a bad morning. Can't lie. If we go back and look at the morning for it, bam, it just hammered through there. But as soon as we got that talk from Powell there, the Fed speech, it pushed right back above that channel. Pushed back above this support and is now riding this support level here. So let's take a look at that on the bigger chart on the 1 day. While that support level is almost straight up and down, you know, it's got a nice little angle to it. Very rarely are you going to see something go that sharply up. More than likely you're going to see it trail there. And we can see a little wick here. So let us redraw our support here to validate it. See, that's a little bit better angle. You could see that angle over a week. I can see that a little bit more. Not saying that it will do it, but this is a much more believable angle. You can see the angles here that it's had previously coincides pretty tightly to this one. So this one here is probably a pretty close match to it. So me personally, seeing this hammer doji here, I'd be a little sketchy. I like to see full body candles, but if it can hold above this support, then we're looking good. Currently, I do not know of any news that would drastically drive it down besides what's already been said in the market. But other than that, I would be looking for this to hold support today. And then Friday being Friday, I would look for a little bit of sell-off, so look for a red. So possibly a small green candle here today and then a red, but we will know more when it becomes interday. Okay? Amazon. I'm going to get our quick I thought I had an angled resistance on this one, but I guess I did not. Or if I did, it didn't hold. Alright, so we have our angled resistance right here. Our support level here, you can see that's pretty straight up. And typically, you can see here, whenever we had these big green candles here, we always saw red right after. So, big green candle, red. You know, even when the stock was doing good, big green candle here, red. Pretty good there. Yeah, up movement, big red. So, Amazon, judging by previous chart history, I'd be looking for today to be a red day on Amazon, to be dead honest. Now, and that's without looking at news or anything like that. You can see, yeah, I know I just drew the resistance line, but it's off the previous 2 points. It's right at this angled resistance. So let's draw some intraday support right here. So let's start 1420, bring it up. So what you would want to be looking is for it to hold well above this support level and push up. But if it were to break the support level right in here, then look for a further tick down. Okay? AAPL. Yeah, isn't that right, Viking? Yeah, if Facebook, oh man. I don't know, man. I got nothing. Zuckerberg, he's in quite a pickle. He's in a Rick pickle right now. Okay, so I know this chart's a little messy at the moment. I've been very hard on SPY and Apple lately. That's been two of my tickers I've been playing pretty hard. I mean, it was kind of just a freebie when you looked at it. I mean, it really was. You know, just buy the put and wait is how it was. But I have this previous resistance channel. He is meme worthy, and I might have to work on something with that. I have a couple preloaded memes for the week that I made a while back. Or not a while back, I made earlier this week. But I try and make my memes around like recent news or interesting things said in the chat room. So, yeah, but definitely Zuckerberg is meme worthy. So on this angled resistance right here, we can see that it did break right there at the end of day. But this morning, boom, look at that. It almost broke through. So judging by previous chart history, I mean, you can kind of see the same aspect right here, and it had a good aftermarket. Then the next morning, it just died, and we're almost seeing that right here. I firmly believe that today is a red day for Apple. I mean, I'll play it either way it goes, but going by chart history and what I see, so you can see here, Apple, 2 greens, red, 2 greens, red, 3 greens, red, big red. I guess they can't decide if they want a Granny Smith or a whatever the red apple is, ambrosia. Yeah. So, I was wondering if this was going to be a flat basin for right here and then it push out, because we did get this half candle here, so who knows? Just looking at the chat room. Yeah, the puts are stacked. And I'm actually still holding some puts. Me personally, full disclosure, I am holding some puts on Apple. But, I mean, look at it. Why would you not be holding puts on Apple? If you could get puts on Apple at a relatively good cost, then there's no reason. In this range, there was no reason. But this kind of flat candle here threw me off. But another thing you can see is this pattern here. See these three? Look at these three. Small red, smaller green, had a green day, red, right as it hit this resistance level. What do we have here? I know it's reversed, but small green, medium-sized red, a little bit larger green, right at resistance. So I'm 80% bear on Apple. I really am. I'm 80% bear on Apple. I could honestly see it dropping. So that's my 2 cents on Apple there. And again, my word is not law. I will, trade it just as it comes out. So let's move on to Netflix. Oh, yeah, LX. There we go. Netflix, good old Netflix here. So we had it bounce off of our Fibonacci point here, looking at it to go to 23.6. This is the 1 year, 1 day chart. Currently our angled resistance. See, this candle really throws things off, but it's an important candle here, so it almost goes more with sorry, I just saw something SIG. Yeah, Admiral Offer. It's a trap. Yeah, that's what I've been saying, man. I think this is a very well constructed bull trap in the market overall for right now. I mean, I do think we can work our way out of it eventually, but I think this was a very well orchestrated bull trap. I mean, if you see the way that Powell danced around questions yesterday, he didn't definitively say yes or no. And that was more of a plausible deniability thing, I feel, because let's be honest, do you want to be the guy that led the bear market? You know, like you were the face of, the of all the laws and everything that we make during, this bear period. You make all the laws for money, and then boom, we're in a bear market. Not exactly the best way to go out, So I don't know. Could just be me, but we'll see. Okay, so looking at this is our angled resistance right here. Looking at candle size, previous chart history here. Here, we've had 3 green days. So we had our little doji here, green, green. Look for a red. Typically on 3 greens, you do see a red. Not always, but typically. I mean, you can see it here. Green, 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 red. Of course, green, red, green, but you got the rule of 3, green, 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 red. So just keep an eye on that. I would look for a red day on Netflix. A good push there in the morning and then down is what I feel should happen. If we look at it intraday, 5-day, 5-minute, you can see good day yesterday on it. But, I mean, look at the way it opened up. You could see some easy profit taking from people that were in here or anyone that was covering from here. So, and I don't have the numbers up, but I'm sure there are probably a lot of shorts on Netflix as well. So, all right, last one. Google, Alphabet. All right, let's bring Alphabet Soup up. All right, what do we got here? So it did break above this angled resistance right here, and this is on the day chart, so that only went back to 10/19. If we bring up here, we get almost a megaphone pattern, I feel. Yeah, we're getting more of a megaphone pattern through here. Yeah, very large megaphone pattern, almost one I wouldn't want to really validate. You can see we had this double bottom here, and then we had this drive up. My play on this, I'd be looking for something like this to hold support on the daily, and then break a daily resistance level right here of 1096. So if we saw, how's it looking in the pre-market? It's not looking in the pre-market. Oh yeah, I don't think this actually trades pre-market, to be honest. I cannot remember. Okay, so let me look at this for a second here to get a better thesis. Yeah. Okay, so you can kind of see here, shoulder, the big V bottom right here, almost like an inverted FU pattern here. I would be looking for this as support, 1072 as support. Let me go ahead and draw that line. 1072 as support. Resistance right here at 1085. And then 1095. There we go. So that's what I feel on that. Alrighty, that's what I see for Google. Again, support right here, resistance in here. It did break it yesterday, but it did not hold. So again, this still coincides as, true resistance. So, all right, that's what I got for the futures, the SPYs, and the FANGs. And everyone, join us there in the Bullish Bears chat room. I wish everyone a safe, happy day of trading. And as always, remember, your trades are in the history. Take it easy, guys.